Welcome back to the One Step Journey podcast, episode 22.
22.
Thank you guys so much for tuning back in, taking another step with us here today. We are appreciative of you guys. We're proud of you for taking another step with us and on your journey, whatever it is that you are working towards in life.
Absolutely love that.
Thank you so much.
Energy's high today.
Yeah, energy is high. We have a amazing topic today. We have an amazing crowd here with us live. We're live on Twitch as well, as you guys know. We are live on Twitch. Live on Twitch. We're just here to have fun today.
Yeah.
And drop some nuggets.
I do want to drop some nuggets.
We got some
big
nuggets.
Dino nuggets for everybody to take a bite out of.
Dino nuggets.
Those actually have a lot of protein.
No, they do have a lot of protein.
I just saw something on Instagram that was saying plate of Dino nuggets has 50 to 60 grams of protein.
Really?
Yeah, 10 or 12 nuggets.
Wow.
But that's neither here nor there.
No, it's not.
I do want to drop some nuggets for the listeners
Yes.
and the viewers
Yes.
to consume. We have a very good topic today.
Yes.
We had a really good episode at the last episode.
Yeah, I was saying, before we get into today, let's talk a little bit about last week's.
We had a very good episode.
Yeah, really quick. Just dive right in, man. We had a lot of good feedback, man. Big shout out to the boy, Steve Morris.
Morris.
Dude, I appreciate Steve. I love you, bro. I know you're tuning in, bro.
Steve.
He's the man, dude.
3-time natty champ.
3-time natty champ. Actually, we didn't talk about this. He was, I'm 99% sure he was quarterback of the year. He was a high school quarterback.
Yeah?
He threw a nice ball.
Oof.
I'm talking about dots, dude.
A little dot?
He threw dots,
Dot
man.
him up.
Bro, literally.
Polka dot.
Dude, he would be shredding people up, man. Dude, he was nice. He was really nice, man. So big shout out to Steve Mo. Can't wait to get him on again, man. He's the man. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. But yeah, last week's episode, dude, a lot to unpack. Overall, there was a lot going on. Just really building those genuine, authentic relationships, right? And I think today's topic will coincide a little bit with that.
It'll go right along with that.
It's going to go. It literally is. Because when we're building relationships, at least from my perspective, and I'm curious your thoughts on this, is it's organic. It's, the way we want to go about it is being organic, but sometimes it's a little bit scary. A little bit scary. It's like you going into that, you don't know where things are going to lead, right? There's always that doubt. There's always that fear that ponders in the back of your mind.
But the amazing thing is it's also very exciting.
Always two sides.
There's always two sides of the story, just like when one door closes and another one opens, right? You have that fear because you don't know what's on the other side of that. You've been used to this room, right? You haven't left that door, right?
Right.
And now you're walking through another doorway. You don't know what's on the other side of it. Yes, of course, you're going to be anxious. There might be a little fear, but there should also be excitement.
Yeah.
What else is out there? What's going to flourish from this, right? Mm-hmm. To go perfectly along with that, building genuine connections, our audience member.
Yes.
Right? An amazing connection that we met. Shout out Wilson.
Shout out Wilson. Is right. Shout out Bree, too.
We got Bree. Shout out Bree, right? Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. We got Bree here, though. Genuine connection, right? That just happened organically, spending time, right? Like-minded individuals coming together, just wanting to push each other to be the best that we can be. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Right, dude. It's crazy how it works, man. And I wouldn't want it any other way because it is just so genuine and it takes time. People want to rush that process and, it takes, I don't know how long it takes, right? You don't know. You just have to take the time and, like you said, just go through that closed door and see where it takes you because you don't know what's on the other side. But sometimes when you go through that journey and process, it's better than you expect.
Yeah, and I think, just to go along with some of the stuff that we've talked about on the show before and something that kind of puts me at ease, right, is sometimes when that one door closes and you're a little anxious to walk through that second door, reminding myself that I don't have to do it alone. I can lean on, close friends, close family, right? And be able to just kind of go through these different walks of life with the people that I care about and who support me and who I support as well. So that kind of puts me at ease.
Yeah.
Right? It helps calm the nerves, calm the anxiety a little bit.
Yeah.
Going through stuff like that.
Well, it should give you some excitement too because you're doing it with people you want to win with. Too.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it,
Whole
right?
squad eats.
We all want to eat, man.
Whole squad got to eat.
You have to eat, man.
Yeah.
So it's definitely exciting, man. And, I'm really excited to, kind of transition into our topic here today. And it's
100%.
There's a lot. And today's
we've said the word a couple times, right?
Yeah.
Let's drop it on them.
Fear.
Ooh,
fear.
What does fear mean to you? One thing that I will say that I do know for a fact is that fear is the number one dream killer on this planet.
It really is. But why though?
Is it fear of failure?
Right, I know, right?
Is it ego?
I don't know.
Is it fear of maybe not taking whatever avenue it is to the height that you see, right, that you envision? What is it?
Exactly,
Right? I always tell, I met this new med spa owner last week, and she had literally just opened her doors a week prior to when I went in there, right? And I told her, congratulations. The hardest thing to do when you have that vision, right? When you have that goal of, I want to open up the med spa, I want to start the podcast, I want to open a gym, the hardest thing to do is to take that leap of faith and just do it.
Totally.
So I said, respect and kudos to you for pulling the trigger on that.
She did
it. Takes guts. It takes all the hard work and everything that goes into creating that vision and turning it into reality. You've done the hardest part. Right. You've committed to that journey. You're here. So kudos and shout out to you. Now let's grow.
Totally. Well, and then
literally what I said to her. Yeah, shout out Bella.
I'm sure she appreciated the hell out of you for that, man. Right. And that goes back to building that connection and relationship. You're being real with her. You're congratulating her. She appreciates that. And it's only going to go up from here, man.
Sent in the crumble cookies and everything, right?
Ooh, that's my weakness, dude.
Crumble,
dude.
Sent in the party box.
Oh my God, dude. We got to stop. Tina, we're going there later
today. These things
are
fucking expensive though, dude.
Dude, don't get
Obviously,
me
like my company pays for it, but I sent in like 12 cookies and it was like $100.
I know, bro. They're not cheap, but they're so
they're so big.
Only place that I will
Crumble.
I will literally not say no to. If it's put in my front of my face, I will not say no. It's hard.
Yeah.
From a sweet's perspective. But anyways,
building just that genuine connection though,
dude,
right, in that relationship.
For sure. But like on the flip side, and with that too, it's she took that step. There's always that fear because you could still go in 100%, do all the right things, make the right connections, and still couldn't work out, right? There's always that flip side. But
100%.
The only thing that is guaranteed, you're only going to be guaranteed to fail if you don't take that step or don't do what you need.
100%.
Right?
And this is actually really funny, and it's perfect that we're having this conversation, about this topic today. Literally after, because I've had these conversations with these business owners before, right? Whether they're just opened a week ago or whether they just opened 3 or 4 months ago. I work with a lot of newer businesses, right? Med spas, plastics, derms, whatever. And I said, you took that leap of faith. Congratulations. But now in this very moment, this is the most exciting because you can take this business, you can take this practice wherever it is that you want to go. You want to get heavy into lasers? Do you want to double down on injectables, weight loss with Ozempic and semaglutides, right? Trizepatides, all that shit is so popular right now. You can take this, it's yours, right? So it's also very exciting, just like with our topic, right? With the fear, the one door closes, right? Of course, you might have a little fear, a little anxiety going through that new doorway, but there's also so much excitement. Right?
There is so much excitement.
Because it could be the best thing for you.
Yeah, it really could, man. And I think to add on to that too, right? Like we talked about, fear. It's a 4-letter word, and there's so many different meanings to it. You asked at the very beginning, and I asked you, what is fear? Like, why does fear exist?
Yeah.
Right. And there's a couple acronyms that we touched on.
100%.
Some people have probably heard these before.
Talk to us.
Right. But the first one is false evidence appearing real.
Oof. False evidence appearing real.
Wow.
I like that.
If you think about that, right, what does that mean, right? False evidence appearing real, right? 9 times out of 10, everything we do, none of it even matters. So we're making things up in our head. 90% of the things that are stressors in our head is what we think about.
We're psyching ourselves out.
Totally. Right. It's false evidence appearing real.
Appearing real.
Yeah. Right.
It's a devil in disguise. Appearing is the key word in that. False evidence appearing real. It's not real. It's appearing real.
It looks like it is.
Oof. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one, man.
I like that.
Wow.
I know that there's another one.
There's another one.
I know that there is another one. You want to stay on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
No, I'm saying you want to stay on that first one, or can I read the second one?
Oh, second one, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad.
I like this one a lot, right?
Yeah.
Shout out Bree for finding these two real quick. So the second one here is face everything and rise. No matter what's on the other side of that door, when you walk through, regardless of whatever it is, we're going to face it and we're going to continue to go up. I love that one. That one kind of gives me goosebumps.
Face everything and
face
rise.
everything and rise.
Wow. I like that one because there's going to be so many different things that could happen when we're facing something.
Yeah.
We could be sick. We could not be in the right mindset. We could be in the best mindset ever. We could be, having some challenges that are going on behind the doors, but we still have to face everything and rise.
Yeah.
I think that's just so powerful. And it's so underlooked. And
it is so underlooked.
It's so scary though when you actually hear and you look through these, we're really breaking down what fear is.
Yeah.
It's really not that scary, but it is.
It is.
That's just crazy.
You want to know why it seems so scary though? It's because we don't know. We don't know what's on the other side of it. And I think that's why that one resonates so much, at least with me, right? Because everything's obviously an encompassing word. But no matter what it is, we're going to face it and we're going to rise.
Yeah.
right? And I think another thing that I like about that as well, too, is because it's telling you to face everything. And it's addressing the fact that sometimes when you walk through that second door, it's not always going to be pretty. It could be ugly. It could be nitty. It could be gritty. But we're going to take all of that, right? And we're going to continue to rise.
Amen, bro. Golly,
Amen,
sorry,
man.
but I
Fired
love it,
up.
man. I know. I see it. I'm
See
feeling it right now,
right?
man.
Like you can. No, I'm serious though.
No,
like
I know
you
you
face
are.
everything, and even if what's on the other side of that door is not what you want it to be, we will still conquer that, and we'll close that door and we'll open up another one. Right? We will conquer it no matter what.
And sometimes it's better than what you expect. A lot of times it's better than what you expect.
A lot of times it is, and it goes back to the common theme that we've talked about on the show is perspective.
Right. It'll happen at the right time, though, too, right?
Everything will happen at the right time.
Right, because you could, kind of go through that door. Oh, this is going to be great, and then you get your ass kicked and go downwards. But you keep on going. You keep rising up to the top.
Yeah.
It's like one step forward, two steps back.
But we're
still moving forward, right? Even though we're still slowly. It's just a longer journey, longer process.
Yeah.
Of what it is to accomplish that goal, thing, aspiration that we want to accomplish.
100%.
That's crazy, man.
I like that.
I like that.
I like
too, man.
that.
I like that, dude.
It kind of leads us into one of the quotes of the day.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
So this is one thing that I've done. I've touched on this before. The last couple years, before I met Tina, even while I was with Tina, I did a lot of journaling and self-reflecting, taking some solo trips, learning about myself. And one thing that really helped me a lot was journaling and writing down my thoughts.
Yeah.
Whether it's quotes I saw or quotes that came into my head based on where I was at in life, what I was doing, what I was accomplishing, just in that moment. And this is a quote from 2022. I think it was March. I think it was
2022.
2020. I think it might have been March 7th, 2022. A
couple years back.
It was. It's about 2.5 years ago. And it says, be in constant pursuit of who I could be. I'm going to read that one more time. Be in constant pursuit of who I could be.
Let him cook.
And I asked myself, what does that mean? What does it mean, be in constant pursuit of who I could be? The way I look at that is,
what does that mean for you?
Think about who do I see? Where do I see myself in 5 years? Do I want to be a successful entrepreneur? Do I want to be a successful husband? Do I want to be a successful friend, teacher? Whatever journey in life you want. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, think about where you want to be in, let's say, 3 to 5 years. Think about what makes that person that person. What makes that teacher a good teacher? What do you think that teacher does? What does this business guy do? What makes him stand out amongst everyone else within that field? Think about what they do, the characteristics, the traits, the appearance, how they talk, what they do. Start doing that.
Yeah.
And seeing where that takes you.
100%.
Proper sleep, proper nutrition, reading books, writing, journaling, whatever it is. I'm just listing off a handful of things that come to mind.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Everybody is different.
Right. But think about who you could become. And what is holding you back from not becoming that individual? You
know what I think is, first off, there's a couple common themes that I feel like I've noticed over the years with these high-performing individuals, with these successful people, right? A is obviously nurturing your body and your mind. That's the most important. Health is wealth, right? It doesn't matter if you talk to, a millionaire, a billionaire, or whoever, right? They usually say,
that's the number one thing they talk about.
Health is the number one
Always,
thing.
Yes.
Health. Your body and your mind, right? And I'd say another very common theme, discipline. Discipline.
It is.
Doing the things that need to get done, right, versus doing what you just want to do. Consistently.
I think having the right systems and habits implemented too, obviously 100%. Coincide with discipline too, right? Having 100%. That, because you're always going to fall back on your systems.
Yep.
When things get tough, you're going to fall back, on your systems, which then create the discipline.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Which is crazy. So I challenge you guys. I mean, think about who do you want to become in the next couple of years?
Who do you want to become?
You could become anything you want to become in this world. It does not matter. In terms of whether you want to be, financially free, you want to, be the best teacher, you want to win teacher of the month, teacher of the year, employee of the month,
the best painter, best podcaster, whatever it is.
Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you can do that. But understanding what you need to do to get there.
Yeah.
It's not just, you're not just going to think about it and wish for it. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
You have to have an action plan and take the steps to get there.
100%.
But you have to be aware of those steps first before you can get there.
Something that me and you can definitely relate to, I think, is our upbringing and kind of where we came from, right? Shout out to our parents,
100%,
instilling that work ethic into us, right? And it goes along with, I mean, obviously you have to work hard to get to wherever it is that you want to go in life, right? Nothing's really going to be just handed to you. No. You might be blessed and you might meet somebody and you might be able to get an opportunity or something, but at the end of the day, right, with that opportunity, you still have to show up consistently. And it's something, E.T. the hip hop preacher gets me going.
That's your guy.
That's my guy. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, whenever I'm down, I'm feeling a little off the wagon, off the wheel a bit. Sometimes I put on this video that I have on Facebook and he's talking about it. And I don't know exactly who he was talking to. I think it was the Stanford football team or it was some football team, right? And he was just talking about it. He's like, I don't care. Your daddy could be a billionaire. Your mama might hook you up with a car. You might come from privilege. You might have this, that, or the third, but you will not outwork me. Ooh. I got goosebumps.
Let's go.
That. He says it, right? Like, I don't care where you come from, but you won't outwork me.
No.
And it's just something that it comes back to the discipline and it comes back to the factor of how bad do you want it. Mm-hmm. Just like this morning, we talked about it, right? Sundays, my kind of thing is I like waking up in the morning and going to the gym. I knew we had this podcast, right? Mm-hmm. And alarm goes off this morning. I'm like, fuck, right? And something I kind of do, and we talked about it, is like I'll set my phone with the alarm away from my bed.
That's what I've been doing.
So I have to get up to turn it off. And I was like laying there, and it's going off, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I knew it. I set an early alarm to go to the gym, right? Yeah. And then, of course, right, I set another alarm for a little bit later. But it's going off, and I was like, fuck. And I stood up, went over to get my phone, and I like stood there literally for about 5 seconds. And I was like, do I lay back down or do I just get up and do it? And I literally stood there and I said, fuck it, let's get it.
Yeah.
Right? So put on all my stuff, went to the gym and hit legs. And it's not that like, oh my God, wow. But it's the small little victories that are going to continue to push me forward. And it's that small victory in my mind, right? Like, I want it.
Damn.
I had one goal that I wanted to do in the morning and I did it, right? And so it's those small little things. It's that discipline. Because I easily could have just laid back down, right?
Completely.
You easily could have just made an excuse or this. I'm tired, right? I was up a little late. It's Sunday. We're chilling, whatever. No, you got to go get it done.
Yeah, no matter what.
Right? Yeah. Shout out to her too, right? Shout out Bree. You had that boxing class this morning you told me about yesterday, right? It's Sunday. Alarm's going off. Fuck it. It's a little gloomy out. Maybe just snooze it. No, fuck it. She got up and she went to get it done.
She crushed it.
Right?
1,000%. Yeah, that's all that is. That's what it takes sometimes.
Yes.
That mental toughness that we keep talking about, right?
The callous mind.
Right. And that's
you build that over time though, dude. If I'm fucking 22, 23 years old, I probably would have went back to sleep.
For sure.
Right? But we've built that callous. We've built that fortitude over these years. Of course, there's going to be some days, man, where like, you lay back down, your body's a little run down or whatever, but like, don't make excuses.
No. 100%, dude. It's just pushing through that little bit of uncomfortability. That's all that it is, man.
And we always talk so much about, we relate everything back to the gym. But it's for me, and I know for you and for a lot of the listeners, I know Steve and all these people, right, they can relate to it. There's just so many life lessons that can translate from the gym. It's not even necessarily just about the leg workout I hit this morning. It's the principle of saying that you're going to do something, committing to it, not making any excuses, and just doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I agree. And I think that's where there's a misconception, or it gets a misline of communication.
Yeah.
Because sure, we want to go to the gym, we want to look good, naked and everything, right? Like
shout out to like one of the first couple episodes, right?
But it falls back to what we keep talking about is the systems implemented, the habits, the disciplines that we've instilled, which allows us to reap those rewards of having the physique that we want, looking good naked, the whole nine, right?
Yeah,
but seriously, I know we joke about it, but that's seriously what it is. Though. It falls back to those
really
systems.
Is.
That's exactly what it is. So, as much as you see, people who are going to the gym just because they want to look good and look big, that's fantastic. But I think if shift your mindset a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. It's all about how you think about it. I'm not saying don't do that to don't not look big or look, have the physique that you want. But again, it goes back to that perspective of how you view that and how that's going to pour over into work, relationships, etc.
You honestly know what was going through my mind this morning when I was standing there for a couple of seconds deciding on if I wanted to or not was Travis Cherry, the wrestling coach and the football coach at Wheaton North.
Man.
And you want to know what he told us when we're standing around there? I mean, this dude buried us. This dude buried us senior year. We had morning practices, after school practices, cardio and conditioning, all this weightlifting. He took a room full of nobodies, bro. And I think we were ranked like top 10 in the state with the wrestling program, right? This is after Kagan had left and everything. And we're standing there and we're doing a black flag. First off, the first thing he ever taught us is you're going to pass out before you die, right? So keep going, because I don't see anybody passing out yet, right? Like, what are you doing slowing down? And another thing that he told us in that room is he said the only thing that gets easier in life the more that you do it is quitting. Oof. The only thing that gets easier the more that you do it in your life is quitting. It's hard the first time. The second time is easier. The third time is easier because you fucking quit before.
Right.
I'm getting fired up right now. Right? And I was thinking about that, and I'm standing there, right? And it's like, there's nobody else that I told I was doing this, right? Like, this is literally just for me and me.
100%.
But, like, quitting on myself, what is that going to translate into? Then a shitty podcast, right? Shitty rest of the day. Or I could just not make an excuse and just do it.
100%, dude. 100%.
The only thing that gets easier the more that you do it in your life is quitting.
That's deep, dude. That's
right?
deep. Yeah. And then think about when you have a family. Think about what you know what I mean? Like,
rise to the occasion. Face everything and rise. That fear. Deep. And the reason why I kind of wanted to look up some of those acronyms is we're going to continue to talk about the topic for today is fear. Is just like with everything, you know, a very common theme on the show is perspective. Mm-hmm. Being able to spin something negative and find some sort of positive light in it.
Somehow,
some way, mm-hmm. right? I don't know if that's just the optimistic side of me, right? That's just talking.
Right.
I always try to find a little silver lining or some kind of white light in the dark times, but just try to spin that. Face everything and rise. No fucking fear.
I fucking love that, man.
Oof, I'm fired up.
That is a good one, dude. That's a good one.
Let's go into this next quote.
Yeah, I was just going to say, man.
Let's go into this next quote.
So before we get into it, let's share a little bit of kind of how this came about and like why this is important to us. Because I think once people hear it, the big, oh shit, that's deep. And I understand why. You know what I mean?
This came about, I hardly ever go on TikTok. Mm-hmm. Hardly ever. Mm-hmm. And one of my friends had sent me a TikTok. Shout out to Mackenzie. She had sent me a TikTok, right? And so I saw the one that she had sent me because she shared it. And then I scrolled like literally one, and it was a video, right? And it was one of those where it has the background music and then it slides.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so I'm like, holy shit, because I tried to like save the video and obviously you couldn't because it was the photos. So I screen recorded it, put it on both my stories. Mm-hmm. Every response that I got was the same. Damn. That's heavy.
Yeah.
Made me rethink my life. Damn. Put things into perspective. Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
I was thinking that, bro.
Right? Like this is kind of one of those things where it stops you in your tracks, right? And so what it was, describing it for the listeners, was somebody put into ChatGPT, right? And it says, I don't feel like working today, right? That's the thing. I don't feel like working today. Mm-hmm. You could relate that to anything. Waking up, going to your 9 to 5. You could relate that to, you know, you wake up and you have your crying kid or whatever it is. You wake up, you're going to a job that you hate, whatever it is. I don't feel like working today. So somebody put into ChatGPT, tell me something that will break my heart so much that it'll make me work towards my goals. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What does ChatGPT respond? One day, you'll realize that every dream that you ever had died because you chose comfort over effort, and there will be no one to blame but yourself, and that regret will haunt you forever.
Damn.
Oof, that's heavy. That'll stop you in your tracks.
Wow, that's kind of funny what we did there, too. It's like, damn, that's heavy.
Damn. Right? I'm going to read that again.
Yeah,
it says, I don't feel like working today. Tell me something that will break my heart so much that it'll make me work towards my goals. One day, you'll realize that every dream that you've ever had died because you chose comfort over effort, and there will be no one to blame but yourself, and that fear will haunt you forever.
That's so true, though.
Oof.
That's so true.
Oof.
I mean,
that's a heavy one, dude.
Dude, that is. And the first thing that pops into my mind right now is the older we get, the more you realize that everything is on you.
Everything is on you.
And it's always been that way. Mm-hmm. But you don't realize that until you're older, until you're in that chapter of life, I feel, right?
Always is, and it always has been.
It is. And that's something that really hit, man. So it's like, no one's going to wake me up in the morning. No one's going to force me to make these cold calls. No one's going to force me to go build a connection. No one's going to force me to go to the gym or eat right. No one cares. The world wants us to not do those types of things.
Yeah.
Because
the world wants mediocre.
They really do. Mm-hmm. And there's we don't need to get into, but like that's what the world wants. And we don't. I understand that that's the easy way out.
Yeah.
I get that. And sometimes there's days where we don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. But then I ask myself, why embark on this journey if you're not going to go through the mud?
Yep.
Ask yourself that. It's not supposed to be easy. Life isn't supposed to be easy.
Good things come to those who earn it.
100%. Yes. That you have to earn it.
You have to earn it.
You got to push it no matter what it is. And you're not going to see it sometimes for a day, a week, a year,
Could
years.
be years.
It really could. Whenever you embark on a new journey, you got to be willing to wait 5 years.
100%.
Minimum.
Yeah.
The more you keep going, it could come sooner.
5 years minimum.
At least 5 years.
It took me 10 months to sell my first laser.
That's a point right there.
That's 10 months of getting my fucking dick kicked in every fucking day. Being told no, sorry, not the right time, pushing off, buying other devices. No. All I did for 10 months was just keep opening doors, keep opening doors, keep opening doors, keep talking to people. Boom. Could I blame it on the shitty DSM that I had in St. Louis, right? That didn't work. That was a fucking asshole. Sure. Could I blame it on those circumstances? Could I blame it on the fact that I didn't really get to ride along with anybody or train or learn, whatever?
Of course you could have.
Right? But all I kept doing, right? Nothing that fucking faltered was my effort. No. I kept working over and over and over and over. A lot of people would have quit.
People probably did quit.
A lot of people did. In and out.
That's okay.
But not me.
Making money and going on this journey isn't for everybody.
It's not.
And that's okay.
It's not.
But when you do go on that journey, you have to be ready for what's to come, what's to follow. Because like you said, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Right? It's like I've been working on, one of the cases I've been working on for 3.5 years.
Yeah, 100%.
Keeps getting pushed out. But like I have no control over it.
I have no control over it.
I want to. I'm done. I'm burnt out from it.
Yeah.
But I have to keep going. I have to keep calling people.
Nobody's going to force you to do it, right?
No.
But yourself.
I could literally stop right now.
Yeah.
But why? Why would I stop?
Yeah.
For what?
100%.
Like I haven't reached. It's just like the thing that comes into my mind when I hear people quitting is what was it? It was Kobe Bryant in like the 01 or early one of his finals. They were up like 2 or 3-1, and all the
I know what you're getting at.
Yeah,
talking about celebrations. Are you happy?
All the media was asking, "Is you happy?" He's like, "No. Why am I happy? Job's not finished. It's not finished.
Job's not finished.
So you have to keep going. Like for you,
he had the best mentality, bro. I swear to God.
He did, man. And there's a reason why he was so successful, and there's a reason. I think he was misunderstood by a lot of people.
He was very misunderstood. People don't appreciate, unfortunately, people don't appreciate people like that until they're gone. Because then you actually are able to step back and overanalyze everything that they've done. Nothing stands out to me more than the Chris Bosh retirement story.
So deep, dude.
We've talked about it before on the podcast when he came down, right? And, they were all at the hotel and he wanted to work out with Kobe and he came down and it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to be the first one down here. Kobe's going to be happy. I'm going to work out with him." And Kobe's already eating breakfast with ice bags on his legs because he's already worked out. And this is like 2 or 3 days after they just lost in the finals.
That's nuts.
No time off. Like He's just back to it. And some people can sit here and they could say, "Oh, you're a workaholic, right? It's taking over your life." Or you can look at it and, he's just working hard.
Right. That's what he wants to do.
He's focused.
Yeah, he is, man. And like you said,
the Mamba mentality is real.
It is real. And you said something that a lot of people don't appreciate him until people are gone.
Yeah.
I also think too that like people don't appreciate those types of individuals who are at that level until you embark on your own journey that allows you to reach something higher up. Because think about it, right? When I was younger, I was just I played sports. I was competitive.
Yeah.
But like when I saw Kobe, all I saw was all he is a ball hog. Because that's what you see on the outside.
Yeah.
And then
that's what the media is talking about.
Correct. Right.
Ball hog, bad teammate, doesn't want to pass, always wants to take the big shot.
Yes. And then you taught me too a couple years ago is that all about that perspective. I should have, and obviously I was young and naive, but like the older I get, it's like, why was he like that?
Yeah.
Right. Then I realized that, okay, now it makes sense. He's on this journey. He's on a path that's by himself. No one, and it's hard. Not everyone can go on that path. It's lonely. It sucks. It's hard. Yeah. You isolate yourself from a lot of people. People hate you because of you think you're better than everyone. In reality, that he's not thinking that. He's focusing on what he wants to do, go to where he wants to go. And I think that's important with life.
100%. I saw him talking about it in an interview, right? And he's like, I'm in here in the gym working out 2-3 days a week. I'm getting up 5,000 shots a day, right? So when it comes time for somebody to take that final shot, why am I going to pass it off to the rookie that's the last one in, the first one to leave? He hasn't been practicing these kind of shots. He's not ready for this, right?
Sure.
Why am I going to pass the ball when I'm prepared?
Right.
Right?
He's not.
Is it a bad teammate or is it, you know what I mean? 100%.
You're right though. No, I mean, and that's where it gets tricky, man. But that's why I'm glad we're having these conversations, because everything is from a perspective vantage point.
Yeah.
It really is, man. Because now that we know that, it makes sense why he's not passing it to him. That guy's not prepared. Why
100%.
I wouldn't pass it to someone who's not prepared.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like when you embark on these journeys and you take these challenges in life, you have to be prepared. Right? It's better to be prepared and not have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared.
Yeah. Fail to prepare, you're prepared to fail.
100%, dude.
Right?
Simple as that.
Kind of going back to what the quote said right here, where it says, one day you'll realize that every dream you ever had died because you chose comfort over effort.
Talk to me.
It goes back to what we were talking about with the hard work and the resilience. And, you know, once again, with the E.T. the hip hop preacher, and it's in that same video where he's talking about it. He's like, I could live with it if, we're playing sports and I'm playing basketball against somebody and I get beat because the other athlete's just purely better than me. Better shooter, right? Better cardio, things of that nature. I go out there and I give 100, but he's like, you better not ever get beat because you beat yourself. You quit on yourself, right?
Always on you.
Yeah.
Goes back to that.
Because that's the thing is like you go out there, some people might just be a little bit better at the sales pitch, right? Some people might just be a little bit taller, a little bit faster or whatever, but you're going to beat yourself if you don't even open up that door and go in there and sit down with the doc and try to pitch it. You're going to beat yourself if you consistently make excuses and don't go to the gym. You're going to beat yourself if you don't pick up that phone and start cold calling and building your network. You're going to beat yourself if you don't establish those relationships and make an effort to get to where it is that you want to go, right? You can't look back on, right? Again, E.T. the hip hop preacher, he talks about it. Like, let those emotions out, right? You're going through a hard time. You lost your job. You got to cry for a minute. Cool, that's cry. But come back in here in 30 minutes ready to work, right? If I come back in here next week, if I come back in here in 6 months, if I come back in here in a year and you're still on the ground, that's on you. Get up. Keep fighting. Keep working.
Wow.
Right?
Juiced up today, baby. Let's go.
Dude,
Let's go.
If I'm still queasy from hitting those squats or what it is, man. But
something, man. But
it's so true.
It is true. It is true, man. And I think too, like, just do it too.
Just do it. Nike.
Literally, man. But like, we learn so much from experiences in life. Like, you could read so much, and you could read you can do everything you want. You could do the morning rituals, the whole nine. The best way for you to learn is just to fucking
by doing it.
Just do it.
100%.
Fail. Embrace the suck. Joe Madden said it with the Cubs in 2016. The motto was embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck.
Embrace it, man. It's supposed to suck.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be bad at it. You're not supposed to be good when you start out. Just fucking do it. And learning to pivot, learning to better yourself, learning how to change the conversation, learn how to change your just do it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Everything will just flow naturally.
Keep relating everything to work, right? Like, shout out to Alexa, it's one of my new coworkers, right? And she's been riding along with me for a while, and now she's kind of out on her own. And I went with her to a meeting at a derm, and I told her, I said, okay, like, you're gonna be running this meeting, right? You shadowed me, you've seen me do 50, 60 meetings, right? You've done a lot of that, but now you have to take that next step. The only way that now you're really gonna learn and be able to take your pitch, your craft, and everything to the next level is by doing it. Right. So if you look over at me, right, and you're struggling, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to act as if I'm not here to save you.
No, it's so true.
Right. Because like you have to learn.
So true.
You just have to go do it. If you fall flat on your face, cool. We'll talk about it afterwards and we'll figure out what went wrong. And we're going to help you get to the point where that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been in the same position.
You just got to go do it.
Yeah. Even with Adam, right? Same with work. It's like I've learned that he helped support and push things for me the last, couple years. And now it's like, okay, those training wheels are off.
The training wheels are off. Fly.
You got to go.
You got to go.
You have to go, and you have to fail. So, I mean, it's good to have those really good people, and those are the people you need in your life who are going to mentor you. Yeah. But then when the time's right, the training wheels are off, and it's go time.
Do you want to talk about that phone call the other day?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it, man. So the other day, I forgot what day of the week it was. It might have been Wednesday or I don't know. But anyway,
it was like Wednesday. It was like midweek.
Yeah, I had a really rough week this past week. I had a lot of doubts and a lot of fears. And I don't know what it was. It was like the fear of failure, fear of not accomplishing what I want to accomplish when I want to accomplish it, right? Because I wanted it to happen so quickly. Mm-hmm. I wanted it to happen, ASAP. And, I'm very fortunate and blessed to be in a network of people within business who are just beasts, bro. They're doing the right things. They're building the right relationships. They know how to support and cater to clients' needs, which is phenomenal, man. They're going to be very successful, and that's something I strive to be every single day. For some reason, this past week, I had a lot of fear and doubt, I think I was comparing myself again. I got in this mindset of like, okay, I should be where they're at in life. I should be what they're doing. It should be this easy. When in reality, I was just making things up in my head and then second guessing myself.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I have all the confidence in the world. I know what I'm doing. I've done it hundreds, if not thousands of times at this point. I've had those conversations. It's nothing new.
It was that false evidence appearing real.
I was making up these stories and fabricating things in my head for what? And then I called Jeffrey and I had to get it out and just vent and just share. This fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And shout out Jeffrey, man. He was there. He gave me, something, not what I wanted to hear, what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
And that's why I appreciate you, bro. And I love you for that, because I know that you're going to give me that, like that information and that perspective of what I need to hear in that moment, which then allowed me to recalibrate things. And then like, you told me to just enjoy the rest of the night, do what you got to do. Don't worry about work. Enjoy the dinner with the people you're going out to dinner with. Tomorrow's a new day.
Tomorrow's a new day,
and
brother.
Sure enough, it was.
And
had a phenomenal day. I cranked out 16 calls.
That's all it is.
I had a great fucking day. Got back on track.
Proud of you, brother.
I appreciate you, bro.
There's only one way to bounce
back. It is,
man.
That's it. So I really appreciate you for that, because those are things where we're on these cameras and, we seem happy all the time. We're doing this, that, and the third. But in reality is, man, like it's a true story.
True story. There's bad days, man.
There is, man. And we want to be vulnerable enough to talk about that.
100%.
I don't give a shit. We need to talk about that, because the reality is everyone's going through that stuff. No one's talking about it, though.
Everybody's going through it. Nobody's talking about it. That's one of the biggest inspirations we had to even start this show in the first place.
1000%.
Because you go on Instagram and you see the big houses and you see the flashy cars, the hot girls,
the Maseratis,
and the Lambos, right?
Yeah.
But who's talking about like the shitty days?
Right.
Who's talking about the gloomy days?
Fuck, man.
Right?
Seriously.
Where you want to quit.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
I mean, and everyone has those doubts, but like talk about them.
100%.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
It's okay.
Because everybody's going through it.
Everyone is, man. So I appreciate you,
at some
bro.
point or another. Of course, brother. I'll always be here.
I appreciate that, man. So yeah, it was that conversation we had, led us to where we are today. And there's been so much that's unfolded in the last several days.
Yeah.
That fear, it's like that fear factor, right? That doubt, that false evidence appearing real. It's like, shit, man, this is real. But
the way I kind of look at it too is like with that fear, right? To a certain extent, it's also exciting, because like that means that we're going out of our comfort zone, right? It means that we're evolving. It means that we're growing. It means that we're accelerating, because we're getting that fear. Because if you were going through your normal mundane routine and just staying in your comfort zone, like, would you be anxious or fearful? No. So that fear means that we're growing.
Right. And that's so funny you mentioned that, because going back to my journal, I literally wrote that down there. I'm like, hey, I'm in a transitional phase in life. It's been 4 or 5 months since I've been in this new quote unquote role full time. I'm doing it though.
You're doing it.
Like this is my life. There's no going back to where I was. Like I have to alter and change that mindset. But it's every single day.
100%.
Putting in that work, dude.
This is another minute too to just give you your kudos as well, because we're talking about fear. So kudos and congrats, respect, love to you for realizing that last chapter, these pages are filled. Right? We're like, this story in this chapter is written.
Yeah.
I got to finish this one and get to the next one. So props and respect to you for finishing that chapter, brother. Realizing this isn't my journey anymore. I need to do something different. Closing that, taking the leap of faith, right? To walk away from the comfort zone, walking away from the routine, the quote unquote stability of that life, and betting 100% on yourself. Bet the fucking house on yourself, right?
100%.
And you're gonna chase a new endeavor and a new path, just like we talked about with that business owner, right? The hardest thing to do was to make that leap. You made that leap, and here you are, brother, happier and better than you've ever been.
100%,
so
dude.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I really do, man.
100%.
I really do, man. And that's what I needed to hear, man. Because there's some days it's like you feel like, why am I doing this? You have those doubts and fears.
Yeah.
Always do. But like you said, you have the people in your corner that will push you to where you need to be. And I'm very blessed every day. Having you in my corner, Tina, having Bree now in our circle, which is phenomenal, man. And just having good quality people who are going to push you to new heights no matter what. And believe in you just as much as I believe in myself.
100%.
Even though we may not feel it that day.
Not always. But just like we talked about earlier, the amazing thing is you don't have to go through the tough times by yourself.
No.
Call me, call Tina, call Bree, call whoever, right? Call your mom, your dad.
Yeah.
Lean on the people that you have.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that, at least for me personally, I've gotten a lot better at is not always having to be like that lone wolf.
Right.
Fuck it. I'll call my dad. Right. I'll call you.
For sure.
I'll call my people.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, dude, like, kind of going through it right now.
Yeah, no.
Let's talk about it. Let's go to the gym. Let's get a bite, whatever.
For sure.
And just being vulnerable and open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what I might do, what I'm going to start doing is if that happens again, I'm just going to call Tina from the house. Like, even though we live together, I'm just going to call her.
Yeah.
And just talk to her on the phone as opposed to in person. I think it's probably a better idea.
100%.
You think so?
Yeah. Just call her.
I'm just going to call her. And
just call her.
Yeah. Why not, dude? Fuck it.
Dial up.
No, 100%. No, thank you, babe. But yeah, no, that was it was a hard week, but you know what? It's a fresh week. We're back to it. I'm excited, man. There's a lot of good things going. Gloomy day, but like life is good.
Somebody's got to bring the sunshine. Call me Johnny Sunshine, baby, right here.
Johnny Sunshine, baby. But the beautiful thing, dude, the beautiful thing is, man, the sun's always shining.
Sun's always shining.
It may not see it, but it's always there.
It's always there.
And it's just, and these moments pass.
I send in the coffee and donuts. Johnny Sunshine. Somebody's got to bring the energy. Y'all heard of Tenny Honey? They call me that because I'm sweet.
Oh man,
no, dude. But for real though, dude, nothing good comes easy. It comes to those who work and earn it.
It is, man, and it's better that way. It's better that way, man. But I mean, today's topic was a phenomenal topic, man. It's really relatable. We're all going through it, and just shedding some light on that, and just talking a little bit about how can we overcome that fear.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that was really important today. That's a big takeaway that we had discussed here today is just fear. But also fuck fear.
Fuck fear.
Fuck fear, bro.
Face everything and rise.
Let's go, dude.
I like that a lot.
Let's go.
I might get that tatted.
I might have to get tatted too, bro.
I might have to get that tatted.
Right in the chest, dude. Right in the chest.
No
Let's
regrets.
Go. No regrets.
100%.
Fear.
I feel like we are kind of hitting a stride with this show, though, man. We're dropping.
Yeah.
We're getting comfortable on these mics, and we're starting to really drop some heat.
Yeah, man. No,
I'm excited.
I'm excited, man. There's a lot of things too, man. Now I believe we talked about it, on last week's episode about some forums that we want to do and kind of having those longer episodes. So, there's definitely a lot of exciting things in the near future here, and I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else other than you, bro.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's
My dad said that
fun.
He doesn't know if he'd be able to hold on for a 3-hour episode, though.
Well, Randy, we got to make it happen.
He says when it comes to a little bit of those longer forums, right? Like you got to keep people engaged.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm not saying I don't disagree. But on the flip side too, it's like let's try something different.
I was watching the Lex Friedman podcast, and he had Elon Musk on there and like a couple other people, and it was like 7 or 8 hours, bro. I don't know if I'd be doing an 8-hour, but
that's a full work day worth of podcasting. Oh my gosh, that's nuts, 100%. Dude. But no, man, I'm just excited, man. Excited for the future, what's to come. Coming. But I think we should, as we always,
dangle that carrot a little bit. Oh, my dad! No, we have to tell the Girardelli story.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, tell the story real quick.
It's disgusting.
Oh man,
it's disgusting. But you want to know what? Like, we're gonna talk about it because my dad was like, "How are you gonna dangle the Girardelli story?" So, now, dude, I don't even know how I want to say it.
Just go into it.
It's so random now. It has nothing to do with the topic, but there was. So we were at Girardelli, and this is back when they had like a brick and mortar store downtown in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And this is when I was younger, probably, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7, maybe even a little bit younger than that, to the point like where my dad was like still carrying me. And I forget exactly what we had done. I think we went to the Brookfield Zoo or something like that, or whatever, and with some of his coworkers. So it was like Darren Diviak, Mr. Fouts, all those people were there, and we were at Girardelli. And I kept telling my dad I had to go to the bathroom, There was a long line. So I just let one rip, right? And I let a couple rip. And basically one of the workers came out with like the shirt over the nose with like some Febreze and was walking all around the store hosing it down. Way. I swear to God, dude, my dad remembers that. Darren Diviak always remembers that to this day at Girardelli. Never trust a fart.
Let it rip,
yeah, listen, that was, let it rip. It was a really random, disgusting story, but that story right there was just for my dad, right? Everybody else, you can tune out. But
shout out Randy.
Shout out Randy. He wanted me to make sure that I told that story. It's just something we always laugh about.
Oh my God!
Thank you guys. In a serious note, right? For tuning in and the continuous support, right?
Thank you guys. Yeah, for real.
Really appreciate the love that we've been getting on the show lately, and just kind of really happy and proud of the direction and the trajectory that we're going, man. We're getting more comfortable on the mics. I mean, this is episode 62, right? In
crazy
total
to
that
think
we've
about.
made, which is absolutely crazy. As you guys always know, new episodes every single Tuesday. Be looking for us.
Let's go.
Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing, and watching on Twitch.
Let's go, baby.
We'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for coming back and taking another step with us on this journey and another step on your journey. We love you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. See you next Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.
That's good. That's good. Fucking Girardelli.
Let's go.